I'm really not sure how I feel about this. This is David James, who played for England, saving penalties mercilessly from an 11-year-old mascot. The 11-year-old can obviously play. They're not bad penalties. David James, however, he's only in his early 50s. He's in fantastic shape. I worked with David James might have been this summer for Fantasy League.
Okay.
We had him do a Phoenix. I've got Change next to him. He is in incredible physical nick.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's long retired, but I mean, I think someone from the crowd shouts, "Save it," and he goes, "Really? All right then." And this poor lad just cannot put the ball in the net. And they're not bad penalties. It's not, this kid, he's not 3 and he's rolling the ball towards Cyril the Swan at half time, and Cyril the Swan's jumping over it. I mean, they're decent penalties, but he's
also not a grown man.
He's taking penalties against someone who represented England at a World Cup. So, and those penalties, there's no 11-year-old goalkeeper in the UK who would save some of these penalties.
Sure.
But 11-year-olds are very small. David James is 6'4". The odds are stacked in David James's favour. And I think saving one is funny.
It's the second one with the legs.
It's the second one that I think, oh, Dave, come on, man.
No, come on, it was great.
Right,
so you know why? If he's a Liverpool fan, the kid, right? I'd assume.
Right.
He's got a shirt on there.
Okay.
I was thinking, if I was a Miami Dolphins fan,
yeah,
and Dan Marino was there, retired, but still brilliant, and would I want him to throw a ball near me? No, I want to throw it to my hand, right?
Okay.
If I'm working with Jerry Rice, do I want to drop the ball or catch the ball? Catch the ball. You're the best receiver that ever played the game, right?
Sure.
If I'm a Liverpool fan, David James's job and what he was brilliant at was saving goals.
Yeah.
So why would you want your favourite goalkeeper not to save a goal?
It's very unlikely that David James is this 11-year-old's favourite goalkeeper.
Yeah,
and
but also
I don't think 11-year-olds. And I don't think 11-year-olds think like that. I think 30-year-olds think like that.
Who would be a really good defensive player in American football?
What, now?
Like a hero, so an equivalent of Jerry Rice or Dan Marino.
Darryl Green at Washington. Or
so if you're trying to fire off a ball as a pass, as part of your charity sort of appearance at, let's say, Candlestick Park back in the day, okay? You're allowed on the pitch there and you're going to throw one out, okay? It's Mike Bubbins, everyone, from TV's Mammoth on NBC.
It's like OnlyFans, get going.
Yeah. And you're craning back to chuck one, and that guy comes out of nowhere and smashes you.
Oh.
Absolutely destroys you, and you don't get the ball off.
Yes.
That's more what it is than Jerry Rice dropping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
your dreams crushed in front of thousands.
But if it had been... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But
that said, I laughed my head off the first time I watched this.
When Ray Reardon played that kid...
Yes.
At that exhibition game,
Yeah.
And the kid breaks. And then Ray goes and clears up. Kid doesn't stand up again. Clears the entire table. And the kid gets up. His mum and dad are pissed off with Ray, and the kid's crying. He's like, I'm world champion. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
What do you expect me to do?
But this boy, I'm assuming, is just a mascot because it's a birthday present.
Yeah, but he's not a better player than David James.
No, but that kid was an aspiring snooker player, wasn't he? A little
this
bit
kid
older.
obviously, as an aspiring footballer, I'd imagine. He struck 2 good penalties.
Also, it's the size of the crowd. It's
the fact that all the crowd are laughing, which I love.
Yeah.
I do love it. Well, put it this way: if you'd have
Would you want to tell him to Ben or Ellie?
I wouldn't mind at all, to be honest, because as long as, like when I think about Michael Owen trying to make that kid look bad, right?
Yes.
And Neville Southall, he's 14. 13.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. If David James just sort of walked off like a peacock, then I thought, all right, mate, calm down.
Yeah.
He came over to the kid, shook his hand, gave him a cuddle, ruffled his hair. Brilliant.
So that's not how you take penalties, son. Go.
I just think seeing the ball at the back of the net even if he's a Liverpool fan, even if
the
he's an
Kop
aspiring
end.
footballer, at the Kop end,
Oof.
it is unlikely this is going to happen for him in a proper game. It's very, very... The chances are almost
Especially
That
vanishing.
is
striking
why,
like that.
L. That is why, because he
The
couldn't
chances
score
are
these,
almost
that's why it's not
vanishingly
gonna happen.
small.
Yeah.
So that would
So
be
kid
the
yourself
memory.
You haven't
And
earned it,
even
mate.
when he's 25 and he's in the pub with his mates, and
Don't
he
kid
says,
yourself,
"Well,
mate.
I've scored at the Kop." Oh, have you? Yeah, I was a
Have a look at
mascot.
this video.
I was a mascot at the age of 11, and David, he let it go through his legs. Did
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can say, I've had a shot at the Kop. Have you? Yeah, I was 11.
Yeah.
I said I had
Watch
2
this.
goals to the penalty. David James saved both of them. Now that's the story. Because your mates go,
Yeah.
yeah, well he would do it. Fucking brilliant, mate. And you were 11.
Yeah.
That cuts a lot more ice in the pub after 30 years than saying like,
that pub story.
yeah. You know, you see those kids that they play like American football games, and they give some kid who's never played football, who's always wanted to play the ball, and like 11 players pretend to tackle him, and they dive out of the way and they miss him, and they score a touchdown, like a 60-yard touchdown. You know,
What do you feel about those?
I always
know
just
what
want
you feel, I don't know.
I always just want a bloke as safety,
Nah.
just run him and twat him on the 1 yard line. I just always want that to happen. No. Yeah. I wouldn't expect, like, you know, if John and Davis turned up at club rugby training, either one of them, Foxy or Jiffy, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to let the kids tackle them in a game of rugby.
Right.
But at what age?
Any
There's-
age.
5.
Well, yeah. Let's
Just
tag it at
piling
5.
through the under 6s.
Let's tag at 5.
All right. Well, with this boy taking a penalty against David James, at what age do you expect him to score? To let him
When
score?
he can, I don't know, 18, put his laces through it.
So
I don't know.
you would sanction him saving a penalty from a 5-year-old boy in front of 55,000 people at
Yes.
Anfield.
Despite the scarring that this may cause.
You
I don't
are
think
a
it would,
psycho.
though. I don't think it would. I think it's part of. I think
You
it-
don't
I-
think it would cause any scarring? Have you met 5-year-olds? You've had 2 of them.
I've got a 5.
Mate, I used to coach him. I scored tries on a regular basis.
I've got a 5. The difference between 5 and 10 is huge.
Yeah.
I've got a 10-year-old. I got a 5-year-old. There's such different ages.
Why
5
do you
is
teach
young.
kids by you know what I mean?
It's very Botham what you're proposing, I would say. Having spoken to Liam down the years
Also,
about how he was
it-
brought up, it feels
it-
very Botham. this
It is
approach.
also a very, very... It's a different attitude to the attitude you propose for flirting. where you will flirt with everyone and make everyone feel like
Yeah, but that's sincere.
you're trying to get
though,
off
isn't
with them.
it? That's sincere. You've got to have a bit of. I remember one of the lads on the school run, whose boy was in class with Ben. I remember when they were like 6 or something. They was coming up this time of year, it's Christmas time, and I was chatting about it, and he said, "Oh, he doesn't believe in Christmas." I said, "Why?"
Doesn't believe in Christmas or Father
He-
Christmas?
Father Christmas.
Oh, right, sorry.
I said, "Why?" He said, "Oh, he asked me if Father Christmas was real, and I told him no. I told him that me and his mother buy the presents."
Yeah.
I said, "Why would you do that?" And he went, "Because we don't lie in our family. We don't tell lies to each other." I thought, mate, you're talking like a
sad.
psychopath.
Same thing
That's
happened to me.
mad.
Really?
What do you mean?
My grandmother,
Yeah. Is this a religious thing?
very big church chapel goer,
Yeah, this is going to be a church thing.
Oh,
on your
here we
hands.
go.
just could not lie because she thought that 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
And I asked her when I was about 5,
Yeah.
and she said, "I'm
It's all
so
bollocks, mate.
sorry
It's all
to
bollocks."
do this, but it is bollocks." And
Oh
I
my God!
loved it.
Did you?
And I went into school, and I was like, "Newsflash!
Tell you what's bullshit, guys.
We're being lied to!" And then I started talking about the works, right?
I forgot your early podcast work.
But yeah, I loved it. And I told all my mates that Mum Guy had told me that there was no such thing as Father Christmas and that it was Mum and Dad, and none of them believed me.
See, I
And
think there's
eventually, when they
certain-
were told by their parents, I was like, "You see, I've had 3 truthful Christmases since
you're
I've
taking the red pill.
since I've known."
Yeah.
not good.
Wow.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
But that seemed to me to be the thinkings of a madman.
I agree. I think that's insane.
Because we don't lie to each other. What?
Yeah. Why not?
So when your wife says, no, that doesn't suit you actually, love, and your breath stinks. You're a fucking sociopath, mate.
Yeah. Do I look all right? No.
I'd rather fuck your sister. Would you? Just being honest, what's wrong with that?
We
God,
don't
can I tell
lie.
the truth? We don't have
said there
lies
were
in
no
this
lies.
family. Yes.
Some of the worst food I've ever eaten.
If you're listening, Cal, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I just threw that out there.
Yeah.
It
It's
Just
wasn't,
an example.
wasn't a
Cal.
Freudian
Don't know where it
slip.
came from, if anything.
Yeah.
Also, if Kelly's sister's listening,
Yeah.
Yeah.
same,
If she's
same
listening,
message.
you know.
Give us a call on the radio show.
Yeah.
You look
300,
bad.
100, 110. I'll be between 10 and 12.
You look bad, and people
you
at
could
this
put an
funeral
old-
will talk about it.
If you could try to sound a bit older, that'd be great.
You're going to distract people from the main text
Yeah.
of the funeral.
People at this funeral will think you got your dress wrong. I
all
will
they're gonna
not
think.
lie.
Has Nanny gone to heaven, Dad?
No.
Nope.
Nanny
Fairy tales.
is dead.
Yeah.
As we speak, she's worm food. Goodbye.
Yep. You saw her go behind the curtain.
Yeah. We burnt her
Yeah.
corpse. There was an event where we burnt her corpse.
We're going to the burning now, okay?
Do you think she's looking down on us now, Dad? No. That's physically
Because her
impossible.
eyeballs are dust.
Mum is holding her in that pot.
Sleep well.
Well, kids.
Ho, ho, ho. Off. So some line is good. But in this situation with David James, I don't blame him at all.
Do you ever get resentful at Christmas time, though, if you've gone really big on a present and the kids are so grateful to Santa or Sean Carr and
Right,
whatever they
well,
call
here we go.
like Xbox, for example.
First Christmas that the Ben
Yes.
can remember, we dropped a huge account because we spent a load on him. And then he's up Christmas Day, he's like, well, this is from Nanny, this is from Bambi,
Yeah.
this is from this,
Yeah.
this from that,
This
this
is
from
the
Auntie
weird bit.
Tracy, this from Auntie Sarah. And the big pile of presents, right?
Yeah.
Which cost a fortune.
Sean
And
Carr.
Ben opened them all and went, and what did you remember get me, Dad? I was like,
All that, you cheeky little...
Christ.
Yeah,
oh, we'll have to get you something tomorrow.
yeah. We are in cahoots
I-
with a magic man.
I gave Father Christmas
we
the money
talked
to
to
go
him.
and buy the presents.
Yes.
He didn't want to. He
named.
wanted to buy them himself, but I insisted.
What do the elves do, Dad? The elves go and buy them from the actual shops. And, oh, fuck.
This elf goes to Argos. This
With the reindeers.
this elf goes to Amazon.co.uk.
He's got Prime.
This
fine.
this elf goes last minute to the petrol station to buy some chocolates.
His elf goes to the garage.
Goes to the garage to get matchmakers and some flowers. And a protein shake.
This
Oh.
this little elf turns up at 5 to midnight at the petrol station and has to buy a blank card.
I've got a Pizza Express voucher and a topic.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas.
Here we go. Well,
This elf writes
you don't
cards
know.
in
You don't-
handwriting that's very similar to my own.
no, you don't need screen. You don't need screen wash now. But when you have a car in the future,
Tell you what,
you'll be
it's
glad
gonna
Father
come in
Christmas
handy.
got you it, won't you?
Yeah.
And there's some
Crying out in the
kindling
shower
for the
upstairs.
fucking log fire
Yeah.
we haven't got.
Some
And,
kindling. Happy Christmas, kids.
And a jumper that for some reason says Oxford University. I don't know why they sell them in garages.
French exchange students on a bus trip home.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
only logical explanation.
Anyway, enjoy.